हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू ऑडियो MBA थर्ड सेमेस्टर का ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज मैनेजमेंट का यूनिट 2 ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड मैनेजमेंट ऑफ द ट्रेनिंग फंक्शन इंट्रोडक्शन. This course focus on the important role the training and development function has a building capability and ensuring the highly effective organization. The two worth of the developing people is often considered to be the difficult measure. If the manager adopts the business approach to managing the training and development, the function can become a vital contributor to the future success of the organization. The program cover the role of the training and the development manager. Importantly, the program also focus on the element of the training and the development to the short and the long term direction of the business in address how to ensure the element and the method of the to measure the return on training and the development investment. Training and the development policy pricing the business situation to establish the learning priority to develop a learning culture, making the most of what are often tight budgets, and the trainer has an internal consultant. Training and the development is one of the key HR functions. Most organizations look at the training and the development as the integral part of the human resources development activity. The truth of the century has been increased the focus on the same in organization globally. Many organizations have mandated the training hours per year for employees, keeping it in consideration the fact that the technology is skilling the employees at a very fast rate. So what is the training and the development, and is it really that important to organizational survival, or they can survive without the former? Are training and the development one and the same of the things? Are they different? Training may be described as the individual aimed to improve or to develop the additional competencies or a skill in the employee on the job one currently hold in order to increase the performance or productivity. Technically, the training involves the change in attitude, skills, or the knowledge of a person with the result improvement in the behavior. For the training to be effective, it has to be planned activity and conducted after the throughout to the need analysis and the target at a certain computations. Most important is to conducted in a learning atmosphere. While designing the training program, both the individual goals and the organizational goals are kept in the mind, although it may not be entirely possible and ensure a science to both competence are the chosen in a way that a win-win in created for the employee and the organization. The typically organization prepare their training calendars at the beginning of the financial year, where the training needs the identified for the employees. This need identification, called as a training need analysis, is a part of the performance appraisal process. After the need analysis, the number of training hours along with the training interventions are decided, and the same is spread strategically over the next year. Development, lots of time training is confused with the development. Both are the different in a certain respect, yet the components of the same system. Development implies the opportunity to create to help the employee grow. It is the more of the long term and the futuristic in the nature and approach of a training which focus on the current job. It also it's not the limited to the job avenue in the current organization, but may focus on the other development aspect also. At the good year, for the example, employees are the expected and the mandatorily attend the training program or the presentation skills. However, they are also free to choose a course on the perspective in leadership through the literature, whereas the presentation skills program helps them on a job. The literature based program may or may not help them directly. Similarly, the many organizations choose the certain employees preferentially for the programs to develop them to future position. This is done on the basis of existing attitude, skills, and the ability, knowledge, and the performance of the employee. Most of the leaders program tend to be the nature of the vision of creating and nurturing the leaders for tomorrow. The major difference between the training and the development, therefore, is that while the training focuses often on the current implied needs, on the competency gap, the development concern itself with the preparing people of the future assignment and the responsibility. With the technology creating more these skilled workers and with the industrial workers being replaced by the knowledge workers, training and the development, it is the forefront of the HRD. The ones is not on the human development department is taken to proactive leadership role in the responding to the training and the business need. This course is suitable for the training managers. Potential training managers are those who are in the position to influence your company's HR or the training and the development policies, and who have the responsibility for the implementing them. Director, chief executive officer, talent manager, and HR analyst. Expected outcome: by the end of the program, the participants will be the better able to carry out their best analysis to ensure the relevance of the training and development strategy, policy, and practice, appraise their existing the TNA practice, and make any changes to enhance their effectiveness. Choose from a range of methods and evaluate the effectiveness and the return on the investment. Ensure the alignment between the training and the development of offer and the business needs. Assess the relevance and impact of their current training and development practices. Compare their process for the ensuring the learning effectiveness against the other organization and the example of the good practices. Critically, the examines their the training and the development policy modifying in the light of the changes in the business direction and the external influences. The trainer courses is designed this train and the trainer course is designed to improve your training techniques, increase your confidence, whether either facilitating a corporate function with your organization or delivering the training courses. The trainer courses will enable you to successfully deliver training courses to the highest standard. Training and the development. What is training and development? Training and the development in the human resource management is the process of acquiring the knowledge, skills, and the attitude that helps to improve the employee jobs performance and enable the future career growth. Training refers to the acquiring the specific knowledge and the skills for a particular job or the task. It is usually a short-term activity concerned with the improving an employee's current job performance. It includes the formal training courses of the training or reaching training or the coaching sessions. Development and concerned. Development is the concern with the long-term growth and the individual career. It usually covers the acquiring the knowledge that goes beyond the requirements of their current job, prepare the employee for their future job role or a career advancement opportunity. Development activities include the job shadowing, mentoring, the attending the conference, or pursuing the further education. Employees can enhance their job performance, career growth, and the job satisfaction through the training and the development. It contrasts the organizations can benefit from the better employee engagement, retention, and the high productivity, boost performance and productivity. When the employees and are trained and developed, they feel more confident in their ability. As a result, they can be the more productive in their roles. Acquainting employee with the necessary skills and the knowledge help the organization improve the employee performance, productivity, and the job satisfactions. It also implies to remain the engaged and motivated, positively impact the organization's work environment. What is the talent management and retentions? In the recent competitive era, the employee activities seek the growth and the development opportunity. So the organization that invest in the employee training and the development programs find the attracting in the retaining top talent easier. Also implies are the more likely to be the loyal committed into the firm in if their personal growth and the development is prioritized. This leads to the lower turnover rate and the stable workforce. Overcome the market competition. It helps the organization stay current with the latest trends and the best practices in the market. By the investing employees training and the development, companies can ensure that retaining their competitive advantage in the future. This is the essential industries and the rapid technological advancement and the changing customer needs. Effective risk management. Well-trained employees are the less likely to make the mistake that might lead to the costly errors or the legal issues. For the instance of the complaints, the training can help the organization avoid the legal action by the ensuring the employees understand the regulation that apply to their daily work. Likewise, the safety training helps the organization prevent the workplace accident that can lead to injuries and the lawsuit. What is the foster a culture of learning and the development. Investing implying employee development shows that the organizations value continuous learning. This creates a culture of learning and the growth where the employees are the encouraged to take risks, they try new things and they seek out opportunity for the development. A culture of learning and the growth can lead to more innovative and the creative workforce during driving organizational success. Investing in the employee, the training and the development helps to create a more engaged, productive, and the innovative workforce that drive the company's success in the today's competitive business environment. What are the five processes of the training and development? Effective training and the development programs can improve the employee's performance, increase the productivity, and help the organization remain competitive in today's dynamic business environment. Human resources management plays a vital role in designing the efficient implies training and the development programs. The following are the five processes of training and the development in HRM. Need assessment. It is the first process and involves the identifying the organization skills gap and the determining the training needs of the employee. It comprises the gathering the data through the survey, the focus group of the other assessment tools to identify the area that need the additional training or development. It is the crucial determining the training and the development goals that align with the organizational overall strategy. Design and the development, it is the second process and is concerned with the designing the training program to meet the identified needs and the aligning them the organization strategy objective. The design process comprises the development learning goals and the selecting appropriate training methods, creating training materials, and the developing a training schedules. The training program focus on the understanding the individuals and learning styles and the performance and the customizing them to meet the specific need. What is delivery? It is the third process and comprises the implementing the training programs through the various training methods like the classroom training, online training, on the job training, and the coaching. It should be the focus on resource ability and appropriate workforce size and the employees individual and the learning preference. Effective delivery of the training programs and enhances the employee and engagement and the learning outcomes. What evaluation? It is the fourth process and the usually evaluate the effectiveness of the training program. Method may be include the survey assessment and the performance metrics and the focus group. It highlights the area of improvement and effective evaluations process can help the companies measure the training programs and success and make the future improvements. Follow up. The final training and the development process involves the reinforcing the training concept and the practical application in daily work. It can provide the ongoing coaching, refreshers, and the training and the feedback session to the to monitor progress and ensure the meeting the organization and expectation. Efficient follow up the helps the employee retain the learn knowledge and the skill and their practical application. Well executed training and the development programs helps the organization improve the employee performance and productivity. What are the current trends in the training and the development? Training and the development is the one of the most critical and the elements and the behind an organization success and is the workplace consistently improving the so are the current training development trends. These are the several current trends in the training and the development, including digital learning. These trends have the witness and the acceleration post of the pandemic period. It includes the access e-learning, virtual classroom, and the mobile learning. They are the flexible and the cost-effective way to deliver the training. In addition, these methods are employees learn at their own place and their own time. This is especially beneficial to the employees working remotely. Personalized training programs, tailored training program to suit the individual needs of the performance of the employee. It compromises the self-directed learning, coaching, and customize the learning path. It recognizes that every employee has a different learning styles and the performance. This helps in increasing engagement and motivation. What is micro learning? During the training in the bit size places in the form of the short video and the infographic or the quizzes. It designed for the employees seeking to learn on the go and the organization seeking to provide the just in the time learning. It is the primarily helpful for the employees with the busy schedules or working remotely, and this helps them to learn at their the work their own pace and the time. What is Gamification, incorporating game like the elements into the training session to increase the engagement and the motivation. It means mainly consists the leaderboards, rewards the challenges, and aiming to make training fun and interactive. It is especially the engaging for the younger workforce who have grown up playing video games and are more responsive to the game like the elements in their training. What is diversity, equity, and the inclusion of DEI training? DEI training is adopted by the organization and the seeking to create a more inclusive workplace and the reduce the risk of discrimination and the bias. It usually includes the training and unconscious bias culture, competency, and the allyship. The pandemic and the social justice movement has accelerated the need of DEI issue and the training program. What is soft skills development? Training program focus on the developing soft skills like the communication problems and solving the emotional intelligence. This can help the employee become the more effective in their the role and the more valuable to their organization. It can also improve the employee engagement and the satisfaction and make the employee feel more confident and competent in their the respective roles. What incorporated these current trends into the training programs help the employees develop the skills and the knowledge need to succeed in their roles and contribute to the organization's success. Example of the complete the training and the development programs. How are the few examples of a training and the development program used by the top brand? Starbucks is known for the comprehensive employee training program. The Starbucks experience the program include the online and in the person training session, usually copy the customer service, coffee knowledge, and the drink preparation. The employees are receive the continuous coaching and the feedback from the manager to improve their performance. What is Google Google offers a range of a training development program for the employees, including the leadership development and the technical skills training and the employees wellness programs. The company especially designed the program enables the employees to teach and learn from the each other in the area of expertise. What the Amazon provides the extensive on the job training for the employees to develop the skills in the various areas like the customer service, leadership, and the technology. In addition, their unique career choice the program pays 95% the tuitions and fees for the employees to learn and excel in the high demand field. Or the Microsoft allows the wide variety of a training and the development programs, including the technical training, leadership, and the development and the career development workshops. The company annual hackathon events lets the employee the collaborate and the develop the new ideas and the solution. Walmart training programs lay the stress are on areas like the customers service and the compliance and the leadership development. They also provide the tuition assistance to the pursue the education and the training in the high demand fields. These are the few examples of the training and the development programs adopted by the top brands. Effective training and the development programs are the essential to help the employee perform their job effectively. How to measure the employee performance after the training? Measuring the employee performance after the training is essential to determine the effectiveness of the training program. Ensure that the employees are using the skills and the knowledge they have learned. A few ways to measure the employees performance after the training. Continuous feedback. It is an ongoing process to providing the feedback and the coaching to the employees. It usually involves the setting the clear performance expectations and providing the regular feedback on progress towards these goals. After the completion of the training, manager can provide the ongoing feedback and the employees on the way they are practically implementing the skills and the knowledge gained. It immensely helps to employ in making the real time and adjust to their work. OKRs stand for the objective and the key result that consists of the both qualities and the quantitative metric to measure the progress. OKRs are the set of the measure the impact of the training programs on employee performance. They provide a clear and the measurable way to track the training program impact and the employee performance. For the instance, if the training programs were the focus on the improving the customer service, the firm could set a goal to increase the customer rating by the certain percent. 360-degree review, collecting the feedback from the wide range of stakeholders like manager, peers, and the subordinates. It provides the holistic view. Difference between the training and development for the HR and employee growth. Training and development may used to in interchangeably but have a different purposes, and that's what the set them apart. find the more difference and the example along with the effective strategy for the both. Even the wonder the why some of the companies thrive while the other struggle to retain the talent or adapt to change, often to boils down the however they nutritive their people in their human resources to terms and consistently used sometimes and intensively training and the development. While the both are the vital for growth and understanding, the distinct difference between the training and the development is the paramount. It is not you the systematic. It's a good. It's about the strategy investing in your workforce to meet both today's demands and tomorrow opportunity. What is training? Training is the focus process and the equipping the employees with the specific skills and the knowledge of competencies to enhance their performance in their current job roles. Think of it the refining and existing the tool immediate use. It's typically a target the short-term activity driven by the identifiable immediate needs and aimed at the tangible results. Key characteristic of training: immediate objective, addressing a current skill gap and introduces the new tools or references the existing the knowledge or for the better present performance. Short term impact, designed for the quick application and observable improvements in a relatively short time frame. Specific and the practical, high concentrated in the concern job specific tasks and procedures or technologies. What is reactive or proactive, especially often initiated to solve an existing the problem. Example: the poor sales figures needing new techniques or in response to a new system policy. Example: software rollout. What is job oriented, directly the tied to an implies their responsibility and duties. What is clear outcomes? Success is easily measurable through the performance and the metric like increase the efficiency, reduce the error, faster tasks and competition or compliances and adherence. Example of training: on onboarding the programs of a new hires covering the company policies and the basic job function. Workshop on using the new CRM and ERP software. Safety protocols have a hazardous awareness training. Product especially the sales and the technique compliance courses. Example: anti-harassment, data privacy regulation. What is development? Development is a conversely is a much broader and the long-term process aimed at the enhancing the individual's overall capability, potential and the personal growth. It prepares the employment for the future roles and leadership responsibility and unforeseen organization challenges. It about the nurturing the individual as a whole beyond the current job description. The key characteristic of the develop the long-term objective, the cultivate the broader competences, the strategy, the thinking, leadership and qualities, and the adaptability and sustainable career growth. Future oriented impact, the focuses on people the individual performances involving industry and landscapes and a longer career trajectory. Holistic and the conceptual, emphasizing the understanding the core principle, critical thinking and the complex problem solving and the example effective decision making. What is proactive strategy? Initiated to the anticipate the future organizational needs, build a leadership pipeline and the cultivate the realistic workforce. Career oriented, invest in the individual long-term career path and the personal mastery and the transitioning the immediate job requirements. Intangible outcomes: success is a measured through the borders and the indicators like the enhance the leadership potential, improve the strategic foresight and the greater adaptability to change and readiness for the higher level responsibility. Example of development: participations in a year-long leadership development program, engaging the mentoring the executive and coaching relationship, the cross-functional job rotation to gain the diverse organizational experiences, attending the external workshop for the emotional and intelligence of or the strategic foresight. Sponsorship for advanced the degrees. Example: MBA specialized certification that border and example expertise. Succession planning and talent for the pool initiative. Core differentiation between training and the development. To fully grasp the distinct nature of these two vital HR functions, here is the detailed comprehensions. Features: training and development primarily to enhance the current job performance to close the specific immediate skill gap. They want to cultivate overall capability to potential and the personal growth for the future roles. Focus specific job skills immediate the niche tasks for proficiency and operational efficiency. The border competition and strategic thinking, leadership and the quality, adaptability and innovations. Time horizon, short term week and a few months, long term years and the ongoing career journey. What is scope narrow and the job specific, both holistic and the career oriented. What is target audience, all implies and need the specific skills for their current responsibility. High potential implies and especially the leaders, manager or the individuals seeking and significant career progress. Nature often reactive, addressing the current deficiency or the mandatory update can also to proactive for the new to roll out, proactive anticipate the future organizations relations and the prepares for the unforeseen challenges. What impact immediate the improvement in the job efficiency and the productivity and adherence to new process. और इसमें क्या है, डेवलपमेंट में क्या है, प्रोएक्टिव इन्हांस द लीडरशिप and the pipelines foster innovation, long term organization stability and the higher employee engagement. Method क्या है, classroom instruction workshop, e-learning models on the job training, OGT stimulation and the certification specific to maintain the coaching jobs and the rotations, specific projects, leadership, academics and the formal higher education and the actions learning. Evaluation का quantifiable performance metric, example error rates and the task completion time sales and the figures compliances scores. Less tangible, accessible by the observed growth in the leadership behavior and strategic thinking, adaptability and the readiness for the promotion and the retention of the key talent. What is responsibility? Primarily driven by the HR training and the department in collaboration with the immediate manager. A shared partnership between the HR senior management and the individual employee, often the requiring self-directions. Similarities between the training and the development. Despite the distraction, the training and the development are not mutually exclusive. They are two sides of the same coin, working on the synergy or for the holistic growth. Investment in the human capital, both represent a significant organization. Investment in is the most valuable asset. Its people. What enhance the competitiveness, both contribute directly to the stronger, more capable workforce, giving the organization a competitive edge. Promote the continuous learning. They are integral component of the robust learning culture and encourage the employees to acquire the new knowledge and skills constantly. Achieve the organizational goals. Ultimately, both training for the immediate effectiveness and the development for the future leadership and innovative and the critical for the realizing the strategic business objective. Why this differences matters? Strategic implementation. Understanding this distinction is the paramount for the individual HR professionals and the business leaders alike. For organization, strategic HR planning, it allows HR design to perceive the interventions. It is skill gap needing training for the leadership, avoid the needing development. A clear understand the leads to effective solutions. Optimizing the resource allocation, prevent the misallocation of the budget, time and the person. You wouldn't use a long-term development program to teach the basic subject. Just you wouldn't use the short training and session of cultivate the SEO. Building a talent pipeline development programs is critical for the successions planning and ensuring are ready to pull up a leaders for the critical future roles. Increase the ROI clearly and define the objectives to each initiative lead to more accurate measurements for their the respective return on investment. For individual, clear career pathing, knowing the difference empower the employees to active the seek our relative opportunity. They can be request the training for the immediate job improvement and the first the development for the long-term career advancement. Enhance the employability. Both the trained skills and the development competence make the individual for more valuable in the job market or inside the outside the current organization. Job satisfaction and the retention. When the organization invests the wisely in the both implies the feel valuable, leading to the higher moral engagement and the reduce the turnover. Adaptability and the relation development and cultivation cultivate the ability to navigate the change and take a new challenge, which is critical to this evolving in um, attracting and the retaining to the top top talent. Investing and training and development can significantly contribute to attracting and retaining the top talent within an organization. When a company prioritizes the growth and the learning of its employees, it sends a message that values its workforce. Loyal, committed workforce. When the employees see that their employees are is dedicated to their growth, they are the more likely to stay with the company long term. As a result of turnover rates and the training recurrent costs are reduced, ultimately the leads to the more stable and experienced workforce, which is essential for the achieving the consistent results. Long term benefits. Prioritizing the human capital development in organization brings about the numerous long-term benefits, and regularly trained employees are the better equipped to handle their the responsibility and the effectively, leading to the improved productivity, enhance the performance. When the training and the programs are the tailored to meet the specific business need, they can enhance the overall performance as they are the gain new skills and the knowledge through the ongoing development in initiatives. They become the more effective in their roles, positively and impacting the overall performance of the organization. Efficient resource utilization. Aligning the training and the development initiatives with the organizational goals also ensures that the resources are utilized efficient by the focus on areas directly related to the business purpose, and companies avoid the investing and the irrelevant and the redundant programs. This strategic approach not only the save the time and money also, but also to maximize the impact of learning efforts. Common pitfalls of confusing the training and the development. Misunderstanding the difference between the training and the development can lead to the several costly errors. Wasted resources. Investing a long-term development program when a quick training session would be the sufficient, and vice versa. Unmet expectation implies expect the career progression from the training course of a manager, expertise the immediate skill and the mastery from the board development initiative. What is stagnant growth? Over the relying on only one aspect. Too much training without the development leads to the skilled workers but not the future leaders. Too much development without the targeted the training can lead the employee without the immediate skills and the perform the current tasks. Low morals. Employees feel the neglected in the terms of the growth opportunity. If only immediate the job training and offered, feel the overwhelmed. It pushes into the development without the foundation skills. Integrating the training and the development for the holistic growth. The most successful organizations recognize the training and the development are the complementary, not competing. They are the intertwined and the thread in the fabric of a robust talent strategy. Foundation training ensure the employees have the necessary skills to excel in their current role, the creating the strong base. Strategic development and identifying the high potential and the individual and invest in the programs that broaden the perspectives and hone their leadership ability and prepare them for further challenges. Continuous feedback and assessment. Regularly they assess the performance and the potential to identify the both immediate training needs the long-term development opportunity. Learning cultures foster and the environment where the both specific skills and acquisitions and the borders personal growth and valued of encouraged at all levels. Conclusion can distinguish the difference between the training and the development is the paramount for the any organization committed and the sustainable growth and the thriving workforce. The training is address the tools for the today's task and the ensuring the immediate competence and the productivity. Development of the other hand, the cultivation is the mindset, the leadership and the adaptability needed to navigate the tomorrow's complexity and the driven innovation by the strategically embracing both the internal parts of your human capability strategies. You can build a resistant capable of a future ready organization. Time Time for a small quiz। क्लिक है तो व्यू क्लिक फ्रीक्वेंट आस्क क्वेश्चन भी होता है। व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन ट्रेनिंग एंड द डेवलपमेंट? ट्रेनिंग refers to the process of a teaching implies the specific skills of or a knowledge for the immediate application in their current roles. Development, or the other hand, the focus on the preparing implies the future responsibility and the career growth throughout the more holistic approach and the encouraging the learning growth and the long-term skill enhancement. How do the training and the development intersect in an organization? While the training aims to enhance the specific job related skills and the development and concentrates on the broader professional growth. However, both the curricular and organizational success they contribute to the employee engagement and retentions overall the performance improvement. Why are the both training and the development important in the organization? Training ensures that the employees have the necessary skills and the performs like current roles and effectively. Development equips them with the capability needed for the future's position within the organization. Both aspects the contribution of significantly to the employee satisfaction and motivations and the overall talent management. What methods are the used for the effective training programs? Effective training programs employ various methods such as the workshops, simulations, e-learning modules, and the mentorship programs and the hands on the practical experience. These approaches can cater the different learning styles while the ensuring the employees acquire the new knowledge or skills relevant to their roles. How can organization align the training and the development with business objective? Organization can align these initiatives by identifying the key competencies required for the achieving the strategic goals. They should design the targeted training programs and focus on enhance these competences while also providing the opportunities in the opportunity for the individual career and the development aligned with the organizational objectives. What is training process? Assessment, design, implementation, and evaluation. Need of assessment: define the objective, develop the lessons plans, develop the acquired materials, com, com, self-trained leaders and the selected market select method and schedule the program. They deliver the program and the training outcome. Decide what step one? Decide if the training is needed. The first step in the training process is a basic one to determine the whether a problem can be solving by the training. Training is conducted for one or more of these regions required legally or by the order of evaluation to improve the job skills or move into the different position for an organization or remain the competitive and the profitable. If the employees are not performing their job properly, if it is the often assumed that the training will bring them up the standard, this may not the always be the case. Ideally, the training should be provided before the problem of or accidents occur and should be maintained as a part of quality control. Determine the what type of training is needed. The employees themselves can provide the valuable information on the training they need. They know what they need, want to make them the better at their jobs. Just ask them. Also, the regulatory consideration may require the certain training in a certain industry or the job classification. Once the kind of training that is needed has been determined, it is equally important to determine the what kind of training is not needed. The training should focus on those steps on which the improve the performance is needed. This avoid the unnecessary time lost and the focuses the training to meet the need of the employees. Step 3: identifying the goals and objectives. Once the employee training needs to have the identify the employees can them the prepare for the training clearly stated. The training objectives will imply the communicate what they want their employees to do better or to stop doing. Learning objectives do not necessarily have to be the written, but in order from the training to be the successful as a possible, they should be the clear and throughout the before the training begins. Implementing the training. Training should be conducted by the professional with a knowledge and expertise in the given subject area. Period. Nothing in the worse than bringing the classroom with and the instructor who has no knowledge or what they are supposed to be the teaching used in the house. Experience the talent or and the outside the professional training source as the best options. The training should be the presented so that the organization and the meaning the clear to the employee as and the effective training program allow the employee to participate in the training process and to practice their skills and the knowledge. Employees should be encouraged to become involved in the training process by the participating in discussions, asking the question, contributing their the knowledge and expertise, learning through the hand on experience, even through the role playing expertise, evaluation and the training program on way make sure that the training program is accomplishing its goal is by the using evaluation or by the training by the both the student and the instructions. Training should have one of its critical components, a method of measuring the effectiveness of the training. Evaluation will help the employees or the supervisors determine the amount of learning and achieved and whether or not an employee performance has improved on the job as a result. Training need assessment. Introduction. The purpose of training need assessment is to identify the performance requirements and the knowledge, skills, and ability needed by the agency's workforce to achieve the requirements. An effective training needs assessment will help the direct resources to areas of great demand. The assessment should address the resources needed to fulfill the organization mission to improve the productivity and provide the quality product and the service. A need assessment is the process of identifying the gap between the performance required and the current performance. When a difference exists, it exposes the causes of the regions and the gap method for the closing or eliminating the gap. The complete need assessment also consider the consequences for the ignoring the gap. There are the three levels of training need assessment. Organizational assessment evaluate the level of organizational performance, and assessment of the time will determine what the skills, knowledge, and the ability and the agency need. It determines what is the required to alleviate the problem and weakness of the agency, as well as to enhance the strength and the competence, especially the mission critical occupation. MCO organizational assessment take into the consideration various additional factors including the changing demographic, political trends, and the technological and the economy. What is occupational assessment? Examines the skills, knowledge, and abilities required for the affected occupational group. Occupational assessment identify how occupational dis this this discrepancies of the gap exist, potentially introduced by the new direction of an agency. It also examines the new ways to do work that they can eliminate the disappearances of gaps. Individual assignment analyze the how well an individual employee is doing a job, determine the individual capacity to do a new different work. Individual assessment provide the information on which the employees need train on what the kind. The training need the assessment process determine the agency benefit of a need assessment. This part of the process will sell and help the decision makers and the stakeholders understand the concept of the need assessment. And the needs assessment based on the alignment and the critical behavior with the clear agency missions will account the critical occupation and the performance requirements to help your agency eliminate the redundant training efforts, sustainability, reduce an unnecessary expenditure of the training dollars, and assist the manager in identifying the performance requires that can best satisfied by the training and the order development strategy to go beyond the learning and actual achieve the critical behaviors that the agency will also need to consider the how required and the driver will sustain the desired outcomes. Key step of improve identify the key stakeholders solicit the support, describe the desired outcome that will contribute to the mission objective, clarify the critical behaviors and needed to achieve the desired outcomes, define the required drives essential to sustain the critical behaviors. Plan क्या होता है? The need assessment is likely to only as successful as the planning. The set a goals objective for the need of assessment, evaluate the organization agency and the readiness and identify the key rules. Evaluate the period other needs assessment, prepare the project plan, eventually inventory the capacity of the staff and the technology to conduct a meaningful thinking skills assessment and analysis, clarify the success measure and the program milestones, conduct the needs of assessment, obtain the needs of assessment data, review the strategy plans and assess HR metric, review the job description, conduct the survey, review and performance appraisal, analyze the data, define the performance and problem issues and the occupational group individual, describe the critical behavior needed to affect the problem issues, determine the clarify why the critical behavior do not currently exist, the research integrated performance solutions. If the training is the best solution, determine the best training and the development approaches. Assess the cost benefit of the training development and approaches with a business case. Include the organizational drivers needed to reinforce the critical behavior that will affect the problem issue. Describe how the critical behavior will monitored and assessed after the implementation of the improvement plan. The result of the needs of the assessment allow to the training manager to set the training objective and objective of answering the two very basic questions: what needs to be done and why is the not being done now. Then it is the more likely that and accurate the identification of the whom if anyone needs the training and what the training is needed. Sometimes training is not to the best solution and it is virtually never the only solution. Some performance gaps can be reduced and eliminated through the other management solutions such as the communicating the expectation, providing the supportive work environment and the checking job fit. These interventions also are needed if the training is to result in the certain new behavior needed to achieve the new performance levels for the individual and occupation or entire organizations. Importance of a training need assessment. There are the numerous benefits to conducting the needs of assessment. By understanding the needs of a particular group or organization, you can effectively address their the specific requirements and provide the tailored solution. How are the some key benefits of conducting it? What is targeted approach? A need assessment helps you to identify the prioritize the most critical needs of your target and audience. It allows you to allocate the resources and the efforts accordingly, ensuring that can the focus on the area with the most significant impact. Cost efficiency. By identifying the specific needs of your target group, you can avoid the wasting resources on unnecessary programs and initiatives. A needs of assessment help you allocate the resources efficiently and majorly you invest in the areas yielding the highest return on investment. Improve the decision making. Conducting the needs of assessment, providing the valuable data and insight, it helps you make the informed choices about the resources and the program development and the strategy planning and the stakeholder engagement. Involving the stakeholder in the needs assessment process the foster sense of ownership and collaboration. By actively involving the target groups, key stakeholders, you can hear the perspectives and the voices, leading to more effective and sustainable solution. Enhance the accountability. A needs of assessment helps in establish the clear goals and objectives, making it easier to measure and evaluate the success of your interventions. By the setting the benchmark and tracking the programs, you hold yourself accountable for the meeting the identify the needs and achieved the desired outcome. What is tailored outcome? Understanding the specific needs of your target group, you can design the implements solution and tailor to their unique circumstance. It increases the likelihood and success to ensure that your intervention and the relevant impactful long-term sustainability. A need assessment provides valuable insights into the long-term sustainability of your intervention. You understand by the understanding the root causes of identify the need, you can address the underlying the issues and the develop the sustainable solution and create the lasting impact. Training need assessment पहला क्या है, directive mission, define the roles and responsibility, oversight, recommendation and observation, user feedback, awareness training program. Thank you guys.